Well, there are two things going on here. First of all, Oscar De La Hoya, the promoter, has a financial interest here. He doesn't want to lose the date for Triple G and Canelo, which is the best fight right now in boxing and a huge event, but would be it would face an obstacle if Floyd, who likes to prove that the biggest dates in the fight world belong to him, tries to move them off the date. So Oscar De La Hoya, as a promoter, has an interest in this. He doesn't, after all, promote Floyd Mayweather or Conor McGregor. However, if he did promote Floyd Mayweather or Conor McGregor, he would be singing a very different tune. It's not like he wishes he didn't promote them. I'm sure he wishes he did. He's a businessman. You want to make money. And if he were promoting either one of them, he would be making this into a big deal because he'd profit from it. But it doesn't mean he's not telling you the truth. That's the business of it. Happily for Oscar, the business of it coincides with his genuine feelings. He's right. He's not lying to you. He is, and by the way, Oscar as a fighter was built up by Top Rank, Bob Arum's Top Rank, as this unbeatable pound-for-pound best fighter in the world because they carefully selected just the right opponent to make big fights with and guys he could beat. And Oscar started hearing the criticism. Why in every weight class are you not fighting the biggest obstacle? And he said, no. Taking control of my own career, I want to fight everybody. And so he has some losses on his resume, and he wasn't considered actually by some as great as he actually was. I mean, at the basically very end of his career, he gave Mayweather a really good fight when Mayweather was in his prime. Oscar was a totally great, all-time great fighter who's become a little underrated because he fought everyone, so he lost sometimes, but that's his competitive spirit. Mosley, Hopkins, Mayweather, Trinidad, Cortez, didn't matter who it was, Purnell, fought everybody. And so he's telling you the truth. He's a competitive guy. He loves boxing. He wants to see the best fight the best. He doesn't want to see something that's not a pure boxing match that's somehow more show business than fighting. He's telling you the truth there. He's not lying. This is how he feels. But happily for him, it coincides with his business interest, because if it wasn't his business interest, he'd be singing a different tune.
My problem with Oscar is that I don't think he is being as honest as he could have been. He's telling the truth to some degree as it pertains to the fight between Mayweather and McGregor. But what he's not telling is what he really should be saying. And that is this. Floyd, you're universally recognized as one of the greatest ever. You have no business disrespecting the sport by fighting a guy, giving an opportunity to a guy who has never fought as a boxer professionally to be in the ring against you. It's a discredit to our craft and who we are as boxers and as men. This is what we've done for the game of boxing. Why would you do this to us? That's what Oscar should have been saying, because that way you can then make the argument that a public can respect and relate to by simply saying, don't go about the business of further discrediting our sport by showing that you're the marquee and moving us off of a specific date when you know Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G is a legitimate super fight. That's all Oscar had to say. Floyd is unapologetic about the money. That's the only reason he would consider this, to get 9 figures. Conor McGregor can't touch this man. Floyd is on another level as a boxer, unless Conor McGregor gets lucky.
You don't think Oscar brought that up? I thought Oscar addressed your issue.
No.
Well, he basically made the point that Floyd is out for self, and it's not good for boxing, it's good for Floyd.
I know he made that, but what I'm saying is I'm talking about emphatically stating you are discrediting the sport by giving someone who's never boxed professionally just that opportunity to be in the ring with you. By saying that, I think ultimately that could compel, miraculously, it could potentially compel Floyd not to push back on a specific date, even though he's got no love for Oscar per se or what have you. I think those are the kind of thing that ingratiates an Oscar's argument with the public, because you know you're getting a fight. Whereas with Floyd, you're probably, in all likelihood, getting an exhibition. And when you're as great as Floyd and as rich as Floyd, why give somebody without any professional experience an opportunity? That's like me saying, Kobe, can I play you one-on-one? MJ,
right,
LeBron,
but that's a losing
can I play
argument.
you one-on-one? Come on.
That's
I
a
don't
losing
deserve that.
argument to make.
That's a privilege.
That's a losing argument to make with Floyd or any fighter, where it's like, hey, this is bad for everyone or many other people, but good for you. With Floyd sitting there going, I take no risk and make over $100 million, maybe $200 million. Why would?
No,
who
I'm
wouldn't
saying
do
it.
that?
I'm saying it would help
Position would
move
do
in the
that.
date. Move the date, maybe it would help that.
Right.
That's
All
what I'm
right.
saying.